Hi guys, thanks for stopping by. This is Sophia. I have with me some project shares. Mostly it's what I picked up from the July 2025 KSCraft release. And I actually accidentally forgot to order this on the first day. Uh, I don't know, I just didn't see the listing or something, and then so I asked Hannah for the link the next day when I realized that I had not bought it, and it was one of my favorite things in the release. So I haven't gotten to make this yet, but it is the spooky bag topper. This is the small one, and it also has a large one. And they are both the same design, just one is bigger and one is smaller. This one on the bag topper is going to be about 3¼ inches, maybe 3 1/8. And then you have a layering piece that goes on top. It is the exact same size, so you'd basically layer this word on top of this if you're going to use it. I kind of wish that this piece was just the spider so that you could use it on its own, but you would actually have to use the word spooky in it because it outlines the word here. But it is so super cute, and I do see myself using this a lot. Hopefully I have, I think, 2 more Halloween swaps already, so I'm going to be using that. And then this is the bigger one, and the bigger one, when it's assembled, is going to run about 4 1/4 inches wide, and it's about 3 1/2 inches tall. So this one is actually very large, and you could probably use it as an embellishment and stack things on top because of how big it is. So I have not yet gotten to play with that one. Then I did buy, this is the coffin tag. I wish they had stickers on them. Okay, sorry about that. I did want to give you the actual name on AliExpress is coffin tag loaded pockets. And so this is the die. It comes with a bunch of different pieces. It comes with this border piece. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, oh, I need to get that border piece as well, you don't necessarily, although I think that this border piece, which I'll show you in a second, is going to be super useful. So this looks somewhat like this, and I did add some goodies in here, so let me take them out. I just wanted to see what's gonna fit in here. I'm gonna use it for a swap and put my die cuts in here. I have not put, there's a little piece that goes around this, but I was mass making, so I didn't put that on yet. And as you can see, it does have a lot of room. And then what I wanted to share, I did leave one undone so that you guys could see. So you'll have a pocket like this, and this piece is a layering piece, so you cut it separately, glue it on. I've already done that. And then you'll fold these pieces in like this, and then fold this over and just put a little glue on each corner. Hold it down, and right here, it was like the end of that paper, and I wanted to make it work, so nobody's gonna see that, so it's fine. Anyways, you would glue down these corners, and then you glue it in, and so then when you see the pocket here is narrower at the bottom, and then it just pulls out like this to put your goodies in there. But I really like this die. It has this cool jagged edge here, and then the smooth here, but it has the spider web, so really fun die. And you can use it separately as a tag, which I was thinking about doing a little tag flip, so I did make more of these, or worst case I can just make the pockets later, but these are already ready to go. And so you could do like a tag flip, and then there's a reinforcer piece here that I didn't cut out yet. Okay, so then, let's see, I'm just going to set that here. Okay, so next we have this die, and I think it's called a ghost pumpkin. Ghost pumpkins, plural. And this one, I have done the small size, but I haven't done the big size yet. And just to show you the difference, and it comes with the little pieces for the stems, which I'm not going to dig out. But look how big this is. This is probably, let's see, 8. It's about 3 1/8 tall, this big one. And then this smaller one is about 2 1/2 to the stem. Like this. And isn't that so fun? And it has this nice embossing. So let me show you what that looks like. This is the big one that I did not cut. And then these are the small ones that I did cut. And this is about, this one is 2 1/2 tall. And the small one is 1 7/8 tall. And again, it has the same embossing on it. So I have put some of those together all the way. I need to cut more stems, but you know, it's fine. I can show you what I have already fully put together. But these are going to be super fun, and it's just like a haunted pumpkin. But look how cute these are. Yeah, let me set some on my hand so you can see what we're talking about here. Isn't that cute? And then look at the embossing on it. Can you see it from here? You can probably see it better on this foil one. But isn't that nice? Really nice. So these are going to be really fun to use on projects as embellishments. That's my intention for them. So that's those. And then there is this. These are the witch hats, and these are smaller than I thought they were. These are officially called mixed witch hat cutting dies. And so those, I did cut out some, and I am excited to put these on different little critters. And I think I am going to buy, I think it's a witch hat bow. I did not pick it up originally, but now I definitely think I need it because that one's size is a lot more like the size of, let's say, the small cow from KSCraft, or some of my gorgeous girls. But see, it comes with 6 different designs, so let me just show you that. Hold on. Alright, so I laid these out on a little plate so that you can see them better. But see, these are the 6 designs, and then it comes with the same 6 designs in a smaller version. So just so that you can see that, these hats, let's see, this is probably the tallest one, is about 1.5 inches, just a hair taller than 1.5 inches. So just so that you really understand how big these hats are, if you haven't bought them and are deciding, that is how big they are. And let me put this back over here. Okay, then next there is this die, and this is a border die of sorts. It's called Spiderweb Garlands, and it's these here, and there are basically two different ones, and there's a big one and there's a small one, just like a lot of the dies. So This is the large straight one, and see, just for size reference. And I think this is going to be really fun to put on like the border of things, on cut them apart and use them as embellishments and cut a bunch out at one time. And so this is the other one, and it's like a little bit curved like this. And then there is a smaller version of each one. So these are, or I guess this one is a little bit more curved than the other one, right? And these are the two smaller ones. So you get all 4 of those in the set. You don't have to buy them separately, which is a really great deal for your different size projects. And then there is this guide. These are the new words, and this is called 2025 Halloween Shadow Words, and it's really more like some phrases. So I have some from this year and some from last year, so I'll show you both just so that you can see. But there is witch please, happy haunting, and I have 2 of that one, happy haunting. Another witch please, trick or treat. There is if you've got it, haunt it, so that you can see. And like this one, for example, is roughly 2 1/8 inches tall and 2 2/8-ish wide. So these are a really nice size to put on cards, on embellishments. I love the size of these. I initially thought that they were going to be kind of big, which I was worried if I would be able to use them on projects, but I love this size. So Creep It Real. And I also loved that the words are 1 piece each. So yes, you have to put each word on, but they're together. You don't have dots to find to glue on. So I really love this. And I think these are going to be really nice once I start putting projects together. Okay, so that's from this release. These are not from this release. I want to say these are from last year. They might even be from the year before. But I put these together as well, so just so that you could see. You could even put them together maybe, like, see, 31st, Creep It Real, and then put something on the back, maybe on a rosette or something. But they're going to be really nice to layer with other words, because other words generally are more this size, and these ones are smaller, and I just really like them. So Halloween spells 31st, creepy, more Halloween, wicked, and just I love how these turned out with the pattern paper and the glossy. Like, I want to encourage you guys to use your pattern paper because it just gives it a little extra texture, and it's super duper cute. Scream. Okay, what other words have we missed? Spells, wicked, scream. I think that's it. Creepy. So I have a bunch of those words, right? Next, we have this heart spider web shakers. And I think if you did this on a precision plate, they will cut out much cleaner. And I cut them out on my regular plate, so I just ran it through several times. Give me one moment. Oh, they're right here, duh. Okay, so I cut these out. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do with them, or if I'm going to make them into shakers. this is your spiderweb piece, and then this is your border piece, so you could put that here on the edge. I'll put this on here so that you can see it. And then this is the back. This might be easier to see, just for size reference. So all these different pieces come in here. And this covers it enough to cover up the spider web, but it doesn't go all the way to the edge. So just like that. So this would be really fun to put layered again on a project or something. Maybe you have your little pumpkin and you're going to layer them together, and then you're going to have a little word action here. So they're going to be so fun to layer together. I am excited to have this in my stash, or like if you decide to mix Halloween and Valentine's, this would be really cute, like Undying Love or something. So that is that. And it comes with two sides, as you saw, a bigger one and a smaller one. This one is a chocolate bar box or something. It's called Candy Bar Wrapper Cutting Dies. And so you can see there's several pieces, they layer, and it ends up looking like this. And it has the layering pieces for all the sides. Now, this obviously was my test run, so I would probably recommend that this layering piece you cut out two, because one for the back and then one for the inside, which maybe not a paper that you're like is your favorite, because you're only going to see this much of it. So keep that in mind, and it even has a layering piece for the bottom. And I did have one that is not put together, just to kind of show you how that goes. Okay, so this is going to be your front piece, and this is your back piece. You cannot, how do you say, like only use this piece and make a box, or only use this piece and make a box, unless you make your own tabs on this one. So you could make your own tabs and then just cut two of these out, put them opposite each other, like you would fold this one this way and the other one that way, and put your layering piece accordingly. But the way that it comes is like this, right? And this tab will go right here, and then this tab will go on this side, and then you'll have this shape right here. And then there's this piece and the layering piece, and it just goes onto the tabs on the bottom like this. So it's very, very easy to put together, very easy to cut out. Like I was able to, I think, make all the pieces in like 2 runs on my regular, not extended play Big Shot cutting machine. So just so that you guys can see that. And then it does come with a little medallion, and I had some little ones cut out, but last night it got crazy, so I don't know where they are right now. But it comes with this little medallion and then a skinnier one that goes inside. But I don't know what I'm going to do with it again yet, so you know, you could even, like I said, these are going to be so fun to layer. I'm really excited about it. So that is that one. And this is going to be good for all year long. It even comes with bats, which I haven't cut out yet, but I like that there's small bats and large bats in this one, and it's going to be super useful if you don't have a large bat collection. Like, I already have a large bat collection. These are all from KSCraft, I think, last year, but even more so. And then the last item that I picked up from this release is called Frankenstein Mini Album, and it comes with the pieces to make him or Mrs. Bride of Frankenstein's monster. Alright, so these are the two versions that I've made so far, and I'm not sure if I'm going to put these on the front of something or if they're going to be a packaging or something. Hannah made these really super cute boxes out of these, and I just thought it was so super cute. And so this set comes with all kinds of different pieces for the faces, so you can really go ham and decide how you want your little monster to look. I wanted him to not necessarily look so cheerful because he is, you know, undead. And so I cut two of this oval piece here, and I layered one slightly under the eyeball, and then I just used a simple round pupil for him. I made his mouth just slightly curved to the side so it looks like he's frowning a little bit. And then added some stitches on their faces to make them look more like they were pieced together. I put her little streak here in the middle, so that, I don't know, it just kind of looks like the curve of her hair or something. And then I used a random foil paper that had this like marbly patina or something, like reminiscent of a like patina look or something, on there, so that it looks more like it was just random parts that were used. And I really like how these turned out. I think these are going to be super fun. They're very big. I will keep you posted. I think that this might fit perfectly on the beach tote, the sides for the beach tote, so I am going to try to do that just to save me some time of cutting things and measuring things, but if not, then I will come back with some measurements. But that is everything that I bought from the July 2025 KSCraft release. And like I said, there are still some things that I have my eye on, and I will probably eventually go back and get those, if I, I'm overwhelmed by the amount that I need them. Anyways, I do want to share the rest of my little tray with you, and so these are for an upcoming swap that I'm in, and I need a little embellishment book to put some things in. So I made, this is from last year, I believe, also a KSCraft die, and it's a spiderweb mini album. It has the layering pieces for in here. It also has an additional layering piece that's actually the web, but I didn't use that piece. And I just love how these look. I need to add some rings, but just so that you can see. It's not too big, but it will fit at least a couple embellishments on each page. And it's a nice bundled up packaging. This one is almost exactly the same. I think only like one pattern and the order of the pages is different. But just so that you guys can see, I basically just restricted myself to one paper pad of pattern paper, and the rest is very easy. You sit, you die cut a big old stack, and then you put them together, and it goes pretty fast, especially maybe you're watching some people's videos. And then out of pattern paper, I also made all of these bats that I can just embellish things with. And then I made these girls here, and aren't they cute? This was I think a gift from someone, maybe Jacqueline. And then this was an embossing folder I found at the Crafty Thrift Store. This is a layering oval die set, and I just, layered everything together, and I think they turned out really cute. This is part of some layered die cuts that I need for a swap. This is another one. This girl I got from Marissa, who is the pink ape, in a Happy Mail. And I really love her. I've been able to use her both last 2 seasons. And then this right here, actually, guys, is a KSCraft bat embossing folder. It is a slimline size, but you can use it on other things, it doesn't have to be a slimline size. So if you guys don't have a bat embossing folder, this is a really nice one. It adds a lot of dimension. It doesn't rip your paper or anything. And I don't know, I haven't seen a lot of people using the KSCraft embossing folders, and maybe, yeah, I don't know why, because they're excellent. I think I now have 2, maybe, and this is one of them, and they're great. They're really, really great. And if you guys see them on the website, purchase them, because I love them. So that's another one. And then that's just an extra piece that I had. And then more of my layered die cuts. I believe this is a KLJUIP die, but don't quote me because I got it in a D-stash. These labels are intended to go the opposite direction, but I wanted to be able to see the paper more, so I put them sideways, and I think it still looks cute. And I just love how these turned out. They look very spooky. And then this is also KLJUIP dies that my bestie let me borrow because I don't have this die. But I haven't done the faces yet, so I did like this and used like a pattern paper and then the ghosty. And I made several of them. These might actually be some of my layered die cuts as well. And I just did different patterns on these, and then I have the double ones. And again, encouraging you to use your pattern papers on things that may normally be solid, because it's so cute. Like, these are so super cute. But yeah, that's what I'm working on. That's what I got from this release. I hope you guys like what I made. Let me know in the comments what you think, and thank you, Hannah, for an amazing release. Oh, I did want to mention, so I bought my dies on release day, and they're coming from China. I'm in Colorado, USA, and they came in 7 days. Like, on the 7th day, they were on my doorstep, delivered by, I think they're called like GoFo or something. They switched their courier in my area, but so fast. International shipping in 1 week in my hands. So if you guys have any doubt, I definitely promote to try to get your dies on the first day if you can, because for whatever reason, they come faster if you order them on release day than if you order them on a different day. I'm not saying that it doesn't come fast anyways, because like I said, those bag toppers, I accidentally did not order them on the first day, and then Hannah, linked me the bag toppers, and I ordered them. And so since I had to do that, if you order 3 dies, you get free shipping. So I added a 3rd die, which is this one, also a KSCraft die, to go with good vibes. And stay tuned, because I have another haul of some things that went with good vibes. But this one came 2 days after the first order. So if you order them on release day, I don't know if it just depends on what day of the week it is or what, but in my experience, they come faster than if you order them sometime later, like if you're waiting or if you're just poking around. They don't come as fast, so try to get your dies, if possible, on release day because they will come faster. Okay, thank you for listening to my rambling. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe and like my video if you haven't already, and I certainly appreciate you stopping by. I'll catch you on the next one.